these gunshot basses, which I think a lot of people are probably going to be pretty interested about. So the whole turnaround together. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about how I made this dubstep drop I'm about to show you, and it's more of like an Oliver's meets Disciple. Is Oliver's part of Disciple? Part of Disciple. Now, if you like this dubstep tutorial and you want to see more, make sure you like the video. If you think I earned your subscription, feel free to subscribe. So we just broke 2,500 and we just became partner with YouTube. So shout out my community. I appreciate you guys for supporting me. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. So let's get into it.
Don't act like a star.
So that was a lot of fun to make, I'm not gonna lie. And I actually made this on a live stream, so if you guys want to watch like the whole process of me making it live, I'll pop up whatever that is and you guys can check it out. But that leads me to the basses, and all the sounds in this whole project actually come from Future Tone's own sample pack, which is our today's sponsor. So thank you, Future Tone, for sponsoring today's video. Their new Dubstep Killer Pack that just came out, it is loaded with samples. I mean, just go down 90 bass loops, bass one shots, 60 drum loops, 100 drum shots, 55 sound effects, and 100 Serum presets. And if you're like me, I love Serum. I had a big draw to this. They are even nice enough to, if you guys like the pack, once you go to your checkout, it is $24.90, which they're doing a discount since this did just drop. So this is just a limited discount for the $24.90. But on top of that, you can use Wheysted 20 and get an extra $5 off. So you're getting pretty much 1/3 off. You're getting it for $20 when it's originally $30, which is really cool. I think they're only going to do the initial $5 off for the first month as they're promoting their pack. Could be wrong, but I think that's what they're doing. Definitely the greatest price you can get it at right now is $19.90. And if you like it, get it. They also have a free pack that you can check out, and that's going to be actually through their Discord, where they're actually hosting a ton of challenges. They do producer challenges that they give rewards and cash prizes to. The first link below the pack will be their Discord, which you can join. I'm part of the community. Come in, say hey to me. Would love to talk to you guys on here. And it shows that they have their rework free mini pack. So if you want to try the mini pack first, do that. And then if you like it enough to get the full pack, you can do that. As always, if any of you guys use my promo code and get the full pack, send me a screenshot of you getting it, and I will send you this whole Ableton project here as a thank you. It will be frozen down. That way you can reverse engineer it if you want, or see how I did certain things as a thank you. So thank you again to Future Tone for supporting this video, and I really love the pack and want to show it off. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. Here, I want to start the vocal because it's kind of like the hook. I really like this phrase.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
You can tell I did quite a bit of processing to it, but it's just in their vocals.
What the fuck?
It's the original one.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Lot of room added to it to kind of make it fit, and some other stuff. But we just pretty much build this up into this second one, which is Don't Act Like a Star.
Don't act like a star. Don't act like a star.
And then this last one here is a vocal chant that I actually use for the pre-drop.
Pull the shit. Pull the shit.
And that goes into the drop.
Pull the shit.
Along with that, we have just
Hey.
kept it the same and just played with vocoder. Vocoder is doing all the work, really.
Hey. Hey.
I kind of want it pushed in the back.
Pull the shit.
It's almost like a noise, crowd noise background. And that's really all the vocals go. It repeats here.
Pull the shit. What the fuck? Fuck. Fuck.
It fits all kind of the same scope. So that's pretty simple. The drums. Drums in the build-up, we have one of their kicks, one of their clap, and their snare. Clap there. And then it pitches up. The kick comes in a little quieter. As we go up. Drums all together towards the end sound like this. Usually I would sidechain it, but in this instance, I really didn't. And I was kind of playing with this intro synth. So let me run into just this kind of hype right here to show you what synths we're using. Which this one is a bass thriller. So it sounds like this. I think it's one of my favorites, to be honest. It's such a clean sound, and I added a ton of space into like compression to make it more of the sound, but definitely the space added by this. So definitely doing a lot there. This is going to be just their hyper lead, which is probably some super saws, if I'm guessing right. Some type of saw, yeah. And if you didn't know, to make stuff glide, you want to put it on mono, legato, and turn your porta up. The longer the porta, the longer the slide takes. So if you want something to take obnoxious amount of time, like that, we're at what, 111? If I do 380, this is very common in like your re-spaces, especially when you want to like have that slide up, you know. But we have that for the lead. Another one is they're going to be their pad. Oh, sounds like their pad is my Reese, so it's this one here. And let me just show you guys how much is in this bag, by the way. They have so much, and it's really nicely labeled. This is one thing I really respect about companies that go the extra mile and just label everything. Like, is it a bass? Is it an ARP? Effects. So you can really just go exactly where you need to. I really enjoyed that. I probably didn't even touch 10% of these presets in this video because, one, the sounds that they are, like, I don't have to layer a ton because I'm getting the tonality and the fillness I want, which is really nice, especially in dubstep. As you guys know, you usually layer a lot of stuff to get a good sound. And I feel like I don't really need to do that with this pack, which is really nice. But this is the Reese I have. And I like that they have macro knobs as well. It's something I do, as you guys know, in my Serum presets at my rack. So I really enjoy seeing that others. Another pad, probably just so nice for like ambience, like just these two levels. Now this is one of their plucks that I really want. Kind of made it like a bass guitar almost. And with arpeggiator off, you can see it's elongated. So the point of the arpeggiator is to just shorten it up and make it kind of more of a stagnant, like just strumming. So those are our main, and all these going to go into the build up here. During this time, I am bringing in our first Dubstep basses. Which is our main hit here. And I kind of wanted the hit to be kind of like hollowed out, so when we go into like the 3, when he says pull this shit, we're hitting really hard, and that's when the downbeat comes. So this is just a resampled bass from our main one. So let's get into the actual drop basses. So we start with this, which is their bass piranha.
I'm a piranha.
It sounds so crunchy. Like, I'm only using disperser and OTT without disperser. And brute force, I don't remember exactly what it does, but let's check it out. We're at 32. So much tonality. You can play with the speed. Really good patch here. And then we go from this layered. So how we create this first kind of motif, we showed the vocal, and we have this. And the motif. We just have a sub. Yeah, if we want to be super accurate, we should actually just like copy and paste this. Try that. So for the main motif of the drop, the first call, we have this bass. Once again, with just a little bit of OTT. I didn't really EQ much. It's called the distro screech as combs. evil bass setting. Turn on some like glide on that. We got a very like Oliver style bass. We have that one, and then we have this pluck that I wanted to layer on top, which is already the main call here, which is more reverbed out. Let me just... So all together, now we have some fills. And fills are always one of my favorite things to do when I get a new pack, because really no rules in fills, just kind of make it sound fun or do whatever you want. You can see I turn the pitch bend up here. This is the bass radio right here. You can see it's being pitched down. There's 0 post-processing. That's really cool. And obviously we can mess with speed, reverb width, all that stuff. And I went back to this. Go back to the motif. Once again, we're going to switch it up to another fill. Changing the chaos, messing with the thing a little bit. Sounds really good. Honestly, like anything remod, honestly. You know, like shifter when you can play with that. Sounds really cool. You have to be careful with the low end there. Like technically, if we're really cleaning this up, you know, right there. So we're going into our transition here, which is this sustain, bass, sine wave. Obviously, FM from B is going to affect the one of the pitches. So for 46. Reverb and width, it's just a traditional sustain. So, you know, you're in the envelope, set a trigger, so it goes up and stays up, and you can hear the pitch down here as well. Cool, and this was just really stereo here, so just pull it in, little OTT. And we got to play with the bass stadium, which I think we just made another version of it. Played with the FM here to get this tonality. And I just copied it and made a higher version. That's going with the sustain, and the sub is reinforcing our sustain. So when it comes back in, we're doing kind of a trap switch here. And the turnaround is courtesy of one of their actual. So that's where I found that. They also have some cool one shots as well. A lot of like modulation in them. So much in this pack that you can play with. After the turnaround, we go back to our same call here, and we just shorten up the notes here to make it more stabby here. So same thing here, and with the sub, it's going to be a little more staccato. Verse. And that's definitely going to change up the groove. Also, this fill is really fun. I'm going to turn off my shifter real quick. Pick one of their basses. It's very high in the name. Very high. And I added, once again, the shifter I was talking about with ring mod. Pick this again. And just played with parameters. Do some cool transition. We have the... And then is their zip, and their zip code. Sounds really clean. So instead of the sustain coming in, it gets interrupted. And then we have these gunshot basses, which I think a lot of people are probably going to be pretty interested about. Yep, it sounded like that. And I brought them down here. The frequency and hybrid reverb. So let me kind of show you guys. There's a lot going on here. So maybe I can run you through this and you guys can get some value here. Okay, so it sounds like this. OTT. Pressing it, and I'm just going to add high end, carving out, and we're also shaping. I found the tonality I wanted here. So that's what I'm running with. Now, hybrid reverb. I've made a few videos on this. If you haven't seen it, go check out hybrid reverb. It's dummy strong and parallel, and I love it. One of the best things Ableton added. So the dry signal is going to be what we have so far. Made in parallel with this, which is just using gunshot. Adding a little bit of that kind of boom transient, and lastly, another one. Kind of adding the space of it. So all together, now this. I used I called company OTT because it really is pushing down the mids. I'm letting the high work, and then I'm tuning it. Kick tight pushes the low mids. And then this is also being distorted as well. Compress from Reverb, which is like adds space. I love compress from Reverb. It's one of my go-tos as far as reverbs for gunshot scope, low compression, and EQing out. Bottom part as well. Literally just put together, they sound like this. And my sub is doing the same. So that's how we get these final basses, and then I use one of their fillers here. So the whole turnaround together. If you guys want to know how that outro thing happened, on my drop bass group, just like everything heavy, I like to turn my echo, I like to turn down my fine, and usually sometimes I'll do some type of like washout and going into like a breakdown area or something like this. Which have that nice smooth overall transition out. That is how I created this track, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And let me know what you guys make when you get the sample pack, as I would love to hear it. And make sure to join their competitions because you can win cash prizes, and that's cool. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you later.